today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And this defense for the Cardinals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
In motion left, Godwin. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
Ready, 45, one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5.
33, yellow. Push him back.
He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the first carry here for their running back. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. The Cardinals hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. They'll run here with Dallas. And he'll take the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game. Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for second and long. Again, it's Williams. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw here. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Godwin, the motion man. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that drive.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Nicholas. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to the ground with Williams. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On first down, Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Jake Bailey now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up front.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Got an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Over the middle, Harrison. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to add on to that lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Hurts on the option right. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 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 37 seconds to play in this first Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there. I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. The Rams trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 24-17, your final score.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, taking off and throw it over your head.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Hurts going to keep it running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
56.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 3. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Trey McBride, 31 yards. And the Cardinals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them. Out of the game.
Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And out of bounds right around the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards for number 11. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Now 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon. And that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, fighting off the defender. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense takes back over. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Milton Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
23 yards, the final tally. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll look to throw again.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Down the left sideline, and they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On 1st down, Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one swung out to Williams.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Fair catch. Signal and kicking. The Eagles take over first and 10. At the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Line 12. Line 12. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Line 12.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cards are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Arizona, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.